No.
Right, Charlie's the favourite. Let's discuss him, shall we? He seemed to be helped a lot by first-time cheek pieces, which he retains today.
Well, he was 12s on. I mean, cheek pieces, Kelso, 12s on. Yes, we've won! We've finally won! I mean, even the trainer said that when it was beaten at Aintree the time before that he tried to pull himself up on the running, and that's the problem. He's got the best form from last season, all the top novice races.
That fourth at Aintree in particular.
Yeah, and a midfield finish in the what used to be the Neptune, the Bearing. Ballymore, thank you. Yeah, perhaps the win is giving him the confidence. We'll see.
I like Do Pretender. Noel Feely riding again for Nicky Henderson. A winner at Ascot last time, had to work hard for it and wanted all of that trip. The step-up in trip is going to suit, I think.
I'd agree with all of that, particularly the bit about wanting all of that trip, because he didn't ever look like winning until near the end, and that was 2 miles 5.5, 3 miles. He should certainly stay. And on a line through the horse he beat, he comes out more or less the same as I Charlie.
3 Bullet Gate is doing a nice sort of cameo performance here.
Yeah, we don't want any of that, thank you. Just get on with it.
No, indeed. How about Rock Point even?
Well, keep an eye on him at the start as well, because he's been somewhat strange. Much better when up to 3 miles at Newbury. Much better, I thought.
Yeah.
I've not been a fan up until then.
And Supremely Lucky?
My idea of the winner.
Oh, go on, expand.
Well, I know he's beaten by Rocco over 2 miles at Chepstow, but stepping him up to 3 miles at Southall, he just looked like a different horse to me. I know, Southall, yes, so what? But the horse who came second might well have won next time, but for tipping up, and the third one next time. So I think the form is pretty solid, and I just like the impression he gave of a thorough stayer. And I have half an inkling, Lydia, that a bit of stamina is going to be required in this.
I don't know what makes you think that, Jonathan, but they're heading towards the start for the Albert Bartlett Novices Hurdle. It's over 3 miles on the new course. Let's join Mike.
And they're off and racing here. The flag went up, then it went down, and all of a sudden they were into stride for this Albert Bartlett Novice Hurdle. It's over 3 miles. They jumped 12 flights. Rocco touching down in front from Lochderg Diamond in the yellow cap. Rock Point is in the orange colours, and being tracked wider out then by Supremely Lucky. The blue and pink cap then of I Charlie on the inside is just followed through then by Do Pretender in the red with the pink hoop, with 3 Bullet Gate flanking him on the outside. And locked away on the inner, Linegar Oscar, only about 3 or 4 lengths off the pace though, as they took that second flight, and they move on quickly towards the third over on the far side of the course here. Rocco taken on by Lochderg Diamond. Good jump by Rock Point, carried into the front there in the orange colours, the John and Heather Snook colours of Thistlecrack fame, but he's been pulled back again because Rocco has taken over the running as they go towards the far side of the course. Rock Point in second, followed by Lochderg Diamond's yellow cap, wider out to Supremely Lucky in the check jacket for the Skelton brothers, and then I Charlie, Paddy Brennan, racing just behind with Do Pretender, and wider out to 3 Bullet Gate. They're going towards the flight at the top of the hill. Still towards the rear is Lisnagar Oscar. So they're racing across the far side of the track now, about to turn left-handed, and they'll hit the downhill part of the track here on this on the new course, much more galloping than the old course we use at the November meeting. Covers a lot of ground here, and Rocco is the pace setter from Lochderg Diamond. Quite a well bunched field though behind them as they race on down towards the 5th flight. Wider out then, Supremely Lucky. Rock Point still in the orange colours in there with a good position. Lisnagar Oscar on the inside then of I Charlie. Do Pretenders in no hurry at all. Noel Feely last but 1, and 3 Bullet Gate is in the rear. In fact, Do Pretender out jumped by 3 Bullet Gate there and was in last place momentarily as they touched down. So they're racing up towards the home straight for the first time here in this Grade 2 Bristol Novices Hurdle, now known as the Albert Bartlett Novice Hurdle, and a field that's full of future chasing talent, perhaps you'd think, with the pace being set by Rocco here. Up in trip today, but Sam Twiston-Davies seems pretty confident it'll suit him because he's been up in the far in line throughout. Wider out then the blue sleeves of Supremely Lucky with Rock Point between them, and then on the inside Lochderg Diamond All jumped it safely. Lisnagar Oscar with II Captain and 3 Bullet Gate. Do Pretender still looking on at the back of the field, about 5 lengths off the pace now. And they race on up the hill towards their point of departure here. And they got about a mile and a quarter still to run in this one. So they're racing towards the point where they'll be going downhill again pretty soon as they race on towards the 7th, 8th and 9th flights on this part of the course. And Rocco still has a narrow lead though, but it's not much. Rock Point with Supremely Lucky on the outside, the 3 of them almost together. And again Rock Point jumping his way to the front there briefly. Just behind them, Lisnagar Oscar, II Charlie with the pink cap, and then wider out the 3 Bullet Gate. On the inside is Lisnagar Oscar, still restrained then, and at the back of the field is Do Pretender, coming down towards the next flight now, and about to rise at it. Maybe Rock Point might have just been the leader, but it was a tight call with him and Supremely Lucky. Rocco right there still pitching on the inside, these 3 together as they go towards the next flight of hurdles. And again they all jump safely. Just behind the leading trio, Lochderg Diamond's Yellow Cap, as they race on towards the far side, off towards the flight at the top of the hill. Wider than 3 Bullet Gate getting closer. II Charlie in there as well. Paddy Brennan riding very patiently, and he's flanked then by Lisnagar Oscar, and still Do Pretender at the back of the field as they go towards the 3rd last, which is still a long way from home here on the new course, and 5 lengths to separate them as they race on towards the turnover on the far side of the track. Still Rocco, Rock Point and Supremely Lucky almost in a line. They're tracked all the time by Lisnagar Oscar, 3 Bullet Gates Yellow Jacket, then Lochderg Diamond, and now II Charlie has just been woken up by Paddy Brennan to try and improve. Still no move yet from Noel Feely. He's running a cool race at the back of the field on Do Pretender. Now he's just beginning to shake the reins a touch as they race on down the hill. Quite a run before they get to the 2nd last then. The only one that seems to be struggling is just dropping away is Lochderg Diamond. Rock Point still travelling well with Supremely Lucky on the outside. They touch down together. They race on then down the hill towards the entrance to the home straight. A lot of chances. Just behind them on the inside still Lisnagar Oscar. 4th then is II Charlie. The Do Pretender's not picking up these leaders just yet. He'll need to move quickly to do so. They're turning into the home straight then as they race on towards the final flight here, and Rock Point and Supremely Lucky followed by Lisnagar Oscar in 3rd place. 4th then staying on again Rocco, driven and now beginning to pick up is Do Pretender, but Rock Point has it as they approach the final flight, albeit narrowly here. Supremely Lucky on the inside, a mistake then by Lisnagar Oscar. Going out to the left there, Do Pretender is well held, it would seem. A furlong left to go, and Rock Point is staying on very duly indeed up the hill. Rock Point by 2 lengths then from Lisnagar Oscar, who's keeping on pretty well, but Tom Scudamore and Rock Point are going to be too good here, and driven out towards the line, come home to win well from Lisnagar Oscar in 2nd. Rocco was 3rd, and then Supremely Lucky and Do Pretender next.
Rock Point wins for Tom Scudamore and Colin Tizard at 11-2. The horse ridden more positively over this trip now that they know that he gets it, and he's seen it out really, really well, and come home ahead of Lisnagar Oscar, who's also run with great credit for Jerry McGrath and Rebecca Curtis, and back in 3rd was the early front runner Rocco for Sam Twiston-Davis and his dad Nigel. But Rock Point has gone to a straightforward victory here, largely jumping pretty well. He got a good one at the last, and that allowed him to move clear of his nearest pursuer Lisnagar Oscar, and he stayed on nicely under pressure up the hill.
Like a different horse. Completely different. That's his first win, isn't it? In the 11th attempt. And I mean, as I said before the race, I'd always had him down. It's got rather disappointing. But the step up the 3 miles at Newbury saw him in a different light, and with the knowledge that he definitely stayed, they were able to ride him very handily today. And he just opened up a whole new career for him, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. I mean, that's a really convincing performance.
It was, yes. It's a nice boost for Wolves fans. John Snook as well in these famous colours of Molyneux and etc. etc. And yeah, nice performance really. It stayed on very strongly all the way to the line. His victory was aided somewhat a little bit by a slovenly leap at the last from Lisnagar Oscar, who was coming to challenge at the time. But that said, I'm not sure he would have got by anyway, because Rock Point's seen it out really strongly all the way to the line.
Let's deal with Do Pretender. He just hasn't jumped well enough.
No, he hasn't.